Yo, climbing up the blockchain. We be hitting like it's. We be hitting like it's. Yeah, running to the top now. Till we riding with that top down. Yeah, I'm ready to play. I ain't stepping on no brakes. Let's just get going. Yeah. Woke up in the metaverse, got a plan, I bet it works. They trying to kill the messenger for they know how the meta works. Locks finally broken, we saw the code and rewrote it. 100 mil on our tokens, the sandbox got it open. Assets on assets, they pause, we take action. Y'all stick to the classics and live in the past tense. You never take it serious, looking at the Ethereum, saying we're all delirious, all mistaken experience for answers. All my people are stacking sand and we dancing. Taking pictures with Snoop in the Meta Mansion. Some NFTs for my team like we got the passion. I still hit the game like I swear to God it's my anthem. Buying land, stack it up, I'm using sand. Link it with my mans, VoxEdit 150 grand. You don't understand, we bigger than brands. And what's in your hand, sandboxes do what they can. Blowing up, about time we only going up, going up. Nah, there ain't no controlling us, trolling us. Get your hands, go ahead and throw them up, throw them up. Y'all ready for the sandbox game? Climbing up the blockchain. We be hitting like it's. We be hitting like it's. Yeah, running to the top now. Till we riding with that top down. Yeah, I'm ready to play. I ain't stepping on no brakes. Let's just get going. Y'all ready for the sandbox game? Climbing up the blockchain. We be hitting like it's. Y'all ready for the sandbox game? Climbing up the blockchain.
Welcome everybody to the Sandbox Saturday stream. I am Alex Florez, aka Kamisazi, joined here in voice, heart, and soul by not only Joseph the Vision X Matting. Hello, Joseph.
Hi, how are you?
Doing great. We're also joined here by Cody. Hey, Cody.
Hello.
How's it going?
Good. How are y'all?
I am doing great. We are going to have some fun today building. First, we're going to talk a little bit about, was it yesterday? Yesterday's AMA? I think it was yesterday. Metaverse time is weird, y'all. So, what were the big takeaways from yesterday's AMA? It was set up for the landowners. We talked. Well, I shouldn't say we, because I wasn't part of that call. I was just listening in. Seb, our COO here at the Sandbox, and Bush, who is the lead game designer, I think is his official title. He's the brains behind the operation here when it comes to what's going on with the game maker, the game ecosystem, how everything's going to be happening. He's the man with the plan. And they talked for, I don't know, it's good, like 2 hours or so. I'm not sure if anybody made a recording of it. Joseph, do you know if somebody recorded that? Posted it like to YouTube or something?
So.
I don't think so.
They did.
You kind of had to be there. You snooze, you lose. But I did tweet out a couple of highlights that really, I mean, there were a lot of good things talked about there, but there were a few things in particular that I took away and wanted to make sure got mentioned. So, some specifics here. I'm going back to my tweets because I was kind of live tweeting it. Land renting is planned for fourth quarter of this year. So sometime around or after November or October. I know my months. Landowners will be able to let others develop on the land with limited leases, time-limited leases. So you can basically set up a smart contract if you're a landowner and provide access to that land to a developer. There will be more details unfolding about that in due time. In 2022, gems and catalysts will be exclusive to landowners in their staking rewards. So 2023 will open up access to more people. These minting materials are not capped on total quantity because they get burned on use. So it's not like sand, where sand, there's was it 3 billion tokens for sand?
Yep.
So sand has a max amount of 3 billion tokens ever. Once they are all released, no more will be released. And if they get burned or lost or whatever, then the total quantity goes down. That's not the case for gems and catalysts because gems and catalysts are intended to be burned and consumed in the minting process. So that will be capped on max circulating supply. We want to make sure that there's enough in the ecosystem for creators to mint the stuff that they need to mint and keep that voxel asset economy purring. Next thing, this was a big one. The next land sale is confirmed to be on Polygon. There weren't a lot of details on this. There may be more like CAPTCHA or know your customer kind of things going on to make sure that different individuals are able to buy land. But it is going to be on Polygon, so you're going to want to get your M-Sand ready for that. This is just my prediction. This wasn't said, but based on everything that I'm hearing, my prediction is that everything for the sandbox will be fully on layer 2 before the end of the year. Because if the land sale is going to be on Polygon, then the land's on Polygon. Staking is already on Polygon. Sand is already on Polygon. And we are planning on moving assets over to Polygon soon as well. All right. And they launched this right after the AMA. They talked about it during the AMA, and they made this go live as soon as the AMA ended. If you own a 1x1 land, you can now put an icon on the map for that 1x1 land. So it used to be only 3x3 estates and larger estates could have an icon on the map. Now everybody can have an icon on the map, which I was actually surprised by how smooth the new map ran. If you go to, we can pull it up right now.
So nice.
Yeah. So it's kind of there's basically two different maps right now. So we've got our normal map that doesn't have the icons for the 1x1s. And you get all your filters and stuff, which you can't see because of the chat. Chat, why are you in the way? There. So you get that going on. And then you've got this link at the top. Try the new map. And you can see that there's less stuff going on. So that might be why this runs so much snappier than I was expecting. Look how fast that zoom is. But it kind of renders in chunks because 166,000 lands. That's a lot of little PNGs to load at once. So this it loads as you zoom in. So I've got some 1x1s around. Let's see. I found it yesterday. It's kind of hard. It's a little bit harder without the filters for me to isolate where my lands are when they're kind of out in the middle of everything else here. Let's see. It was near this triangle. Here we go. Here is one of my 1x1s right there. So I was able to find it. It wasn't too bad. And as we zoom out, you can see as we get to this zoom level here, it turns green. I don't know if you can tell with the resolution of your screen, but at this zoom level, you can't see the individual images. It wouldn't help you very much because you get like 10 by 10 pixels or whatever. All right. So, any other things, Joseph, Cody? Any stuff that you picked up on from the AMA, or any other news you want to discuss?
Honestly, what you covered is only half of what was already in the tweet stream. So
That's
if
true.
anybody wants to look at more information there, go to our Twitter. That is the Sandbox Game. And being on there, you're going to find a very long thread about utility for landowners in the rest of this fiscal year.
Is that pinned? I don't remember.
I don't believe that it's pinned. I believe that it's just a little scroll down, though, and definitely worth reading.
Yeah.
Otherwise, no. Yeah. You pretty much covered the whole AMA.
Yeah, there was a lot of information on Twitter. The AMA was just kind of to clarify some points, add some extra details to things, and hey, that's us. There was a question and answer period where some people were able to ask some more specifics. Let's see if we can find the link for that.
I think the exclusive library to IP partners was kind of interesting.
That was, oh yeah, and I think I tweeted about that one too, and I forgot to actually say it just now. So, Cody, you want to tell us what that is?
Yeah, so based on my understanding, correct me if I'm wrong, the premium lands, another benefit of a premium, say you bought it in whatever the partner's land sale was, those landowners would have access to an exclusive library of assets for that said partner. Yeah, that others would not.
Right, so if you bought a Smurfs premium land during the Smurfs land sale, you are going to be getting access to Smurfs specific stuff to use in that land. So you start developing a game for that space, and you're going to maybe get some mushroom houses. I'm just spitballing different, potential things that could be there. I don't have a specific list to reveal here, but maybe you're getting some mushroom houses, some potions, maybe some more Smurf characters, things that you need to build a Smurfs themed game in that space, which will give you the opportunity to interact with that IP more directly. So it's pretty cool.
The other thing that was cool was they didn't talk a whole lot in detail about it, but I think they just alluded to the estate shapes that you would be able to form other than just general squares, right?
Yeah, I think this was announced like 2 years ago. I don't know. Like when estates got announced, there was talks even back then, but it kind of, we haven't talked about it in a real long time, so I think people forgot that you're going to be able to create and break apart estates. So you should be able to form some more different shapes there. So if you want, I don't know if we'll be able to do an L-shaped land. That's one thing that people have asked me before. I'm not sure if we're going to do things other than rectangles, just for the kind of awkwardness of putting that together on the map. But it could be possible. There's nothing really stopping that. It just has to get made that way. Is this it? This is the too long didn't read for this thread. Here we go. This is the thread. Right? Yes, this is it. All right, we're going to share this to the chat here. All right. And we're going to jump back into the Game Maker and continue where we left off last week. For those of you who remember, we were making a Cinnabon. I guess I can't say that because that's a brand name, right? We're making a cinnamon roll. Tasty, tasty dirt and stone and lava cinnamon roll. And it's going to be this side-scrolling platform game that's going to let us rotate through. So instead of going back and forth zigzagging on just one plane, we're going to get to see all the parallax motion of the level behind us, kind of give us some foreshadowing, some hints as to what's up, maybe help reveal some secrets, like down here. So I started noodling around with this over the past week, just a little bit. And I decided to make an Easter egg. So we're going to have a secret area back here. And who knows what we'll put here. Maybe we'll put like a weapon or something. Something for you to grab. And we're actually going to close this off. So it's not quite so obvious that it's there. Because you may get to like this part of the game. You may get to way over here. And then just kind of see it in the background and go like, wait, what was that? And want to go back there to check it out. So we're going to close off this whole section here. So that way, while you're up here, you can't really see it. You can only kind of see it if you angle the camera just right. So when you're right here, if you've got the camera straight, you can't see it at all. You've got to actually do something like this to even notice that it's there. And we could put it lower down, make it harder to find. I'm not trying to be too mean about it. And then also we got kind of a red herring here. So people see that and go, oh, yeah, there's nothing there. But there is something there. If you go this way, you run all the way through. And now you got a secret. And we'll block this off with a invisible wall. Or we could just let people fall to their doom. Either way.
Nice.
Specifically, what we left off with last week was trying to get this to work. And I was trying some different things with the crates. And I think I got it. So you don't want to try to stand on. You gotta jump off immediately. Oop. There we go. Jump, and now we do a little climb up, and we're there. So the way we did this kind of vaulting thing is there's actually a hidden ladder right here of just one plank that will let players climb up. So if you time the jump just right, you can kind of grab it. You might clear it entirely if you're real good. All right.
Then you made it so that the blocks respawn if they go over to the water side or to the lava side.
Yeah.
Right?
Now
Nice.
there was an issue that we found last week. So yeah, if they fall into the water, if they fall into the lava, they get destroyed. And here's the plank here, which is just a invisible, climbable object. So that way, players can kind of grab that and pull themselves up. But the problem we found is that if people just turn and do this, the box, when you let go, just goes for it to infinity and does not get destroyed or respawn. So for that, we're gonna need some help. So what we want is a box vendor. Somebody who can say, hey, I've got more crates. You're good. I got you. And I'm trying to do this mostly with basic and owned assets, so I'm going to keep on going to these tabs. I'm not sure if all users or accounts or if it's just staff actually see the basic tab. I'm hoping in the next version, other people will be able to see this basic tag here, so it makes it a little bit easier to find items. Like if you're trying to do like a specific game jam with rules like that, makes things a little bit easier. All right, we're gonna grab Bazaar Merchant D. And he's gonna help us out. Look at this friendly looking guy. All right, we want to turn off his citizen behavior and his health, because if we have citizen behavior on, he just kind of wanders around, and we don't want him getting into any trouble. And he's going to be right over here. We can move him later. Doesn't really matter where he is. And he's going to be an asker behavior. And we can give him various things to say. but we're gonna start off with a hi. How can I help you? And what should we name him? We should name him something like I mean, we could just call him Merchant for now. We can come up with a more interesting name later. Maybe the chat will come up with
Merle.
What was that?
It's Merchant Merle.
Merchant Merle. I like that. All right. And answer A is going to be, I lost my crate. And we'll put never mind for answer 2. And we can add more things to say. This is a good person here at the start to kind of give some tutorial information, like I don't understand how to navigate this world, or I need a hint for this puzzle, things like that. We can have him say all sorts of things. Oh, he's not being named Bing Bong. If anybody's going to be named Bing Bong, you're not going to be happy with it. What I have you do to them.
Bing bong.
Boop Goop. That's a possibility.
Oh, Boop Goop is all
We
good.
had
That's good.
We had a question on
Jeff is
YouTube
his
here
twin. Yeah, what's the question from YouTube?
from Hudson Racing. They want to know, how safe is my game experience if I publish it in the Game Maker drafts? Don't want to put in all the work and someone copy the whole game file.
So they're gonna have a hard time just copying your game file. There's a couple things that you can. First of all, they would have to know how to do that, and I don't think it's actually enabled anymore. There used to be a way to back up the files manually, and that's not the case anymore. If you have assets that are published but hidden, you will be able to use them in the Game Maker, but other people will not be able to add them to their inventory to use them. So even if they were able to copy your whole game file, they're not going to be able to publish it and modify it because they won't have those assets in their inventory. And the Game Maker checks that everything is published and in their inventory before they can publish it. Also, we've got a friendly staff here, so if you see somebody has completely ripped off your game, let us know. It's very easy for our staff to check publication dates and see that, oh yes, you are the original creator of this file. You used a whole bunch of assets that belong to your account. This person, did something devious, and we can make sure that gets removed. So you can always email contact@sandbox.game, or you can reach out to us on Twitter, things like that, and we'll help you out. But I've never seen anybody complain that their entire game was ripped off, and we've got thousands and thousands of things uploaded now. So I'm not saying it's totally impossible. I mean, lots of things are possible, whether there's an exploit or somebody figures something out. But we have tools to protect what you've made and make sure that people don't get away with taking your stuff. All right, so Merchant Merle here. We'll use Boop Goop in there somewhere else. Maybe Merchant Merle says Boop Goop every time you say something to him.
There you go.
Like, what are those little guys in Final Fantasy with like the red balls on their antennas and stuff? They're little cute, like, merchant guys.
No. Yeah, I know what
Yeah.
it is. Conrad's going to tell us right now. He's going to be like, how did you not know this already? You
I haven't actually played any of the Final Fantasy games that have them in it, except for Final Fantasy Tactics. I haven't played. I think they started in Final Fantasy
It says
8.
Moogle.
Moogle.
Panda
It is a
got it,
Moogle.
for sure.
Thank you, Panda. It is a Moogle. And what's the thing that they say? Is it God, Kappa or something like that. They always say something when they're talking.
I actually have no idea. I've not played one that has them in it either.
Yeah, I played the most of the NES ones. I think Final Fantasy 3 was in Japan and not in the US. And I started playing the 3D remake of that one, but I don't think I ever finished it. And then I played the Super Nintendo ones, but I think I think they started in Final Fantasy 9, which I haven't started playing yet. It's one of those like to get to games that I didn't, because I didn't have a PlayStation or PlayStation 2 at the time. Kupo, that's what it is, Kupo. So this guy's just gonna say boop goop at the end of the sentences. So he's gonna be like, "Hi, how can I help you?" Boop goop. And we're gonna say boop goop. And never mind. All right, and so we're gonna add some. I think as much as everybody likes using the numpads are actually animated assets. So if you're talking about optimization, I think floor tiles would actually be. Whoops, what happened there? Floor tiles, like this concrete floor tile here, are actually going to be a more optimized item. All right, and we're gonna say this is Merle.1, and I think we need to have a tag Merle.1 on it also. And we're gonna edit logic here. So when we say I lost my crate, it's gonna send out the message Merle.1 and Merle.2, and then it's not gonna say anything if we answer 3. So we're actually gonna say none for these ones because it just ends the conversation. Clankers just bought a Nintendo 64 for him and his mates to play Mario Kart. Mario Kart 64 is the best Mario Kart. No cap. Mario Kart 64 is the one I always go back to. Because I do like the newer ones. I do play the newer ones. But I think I was talking to Joe about this just the other day. There's so much going on the screen. I don't feel like I comprehend what's going on. And I feel like there's any skill that you have in driving gets minimized by just all the random stuff that's happening. Whereas Mario Kart 64, like there are power-ups and pickups and stuff, but it still feels like your skill, your knowledge of the track, your ability to drift is and possibly knowing some shortcuts is what's going to determine whether you win or lose, even with the power-ups going on. Those give just a little bit of an edge. And it's not, you can't totally like scramble up the race order every 30 seconds like you can in the newer ones. It makes Friday nights after work very competitive, I'm sure. Yeah, I am never streaming a game of Mario Kart because people would lose their kind disposition to me.
What do you mean? What do you mean? You don't want to go one-on-one right now?
I mean, people would be shocked by the things that come out of my mouth when playing Mario Kart.
Oh, it really brings it out of you when you play it. I think we had our oldest when she was not. I mean, she's still the oldest, but she was younger, and we would play, and we get so competitive. And I want to say, I like red shell or something, and she called me like an asshole or something like that. Like, what did you just say?
I'm gonna be honest. My kid did the same thing, except without saying a-hole. She said she was like playing and doing the thing and got hit by a blue shell or something, and she just went shit. And I was like, "You're like 6. What?"
Daddy, I'm just like you.
Yeah, unfortunately, that is my fault. That is entirely my fault. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm usually really chill at games. I'm usually very willing to accept that it's user error, but when it comes down to the grind of Mario Kart, that's Mario Kart is a war zone. It's where friendships are broken. All right. Actually, so I don't think I need the tags here, actually, but this is going to be a speaker component.
I had a question from Sparky here on Twitch.
Sure.
Asking
Absolutely.
if the emissivity affects optimization.
That's a good question. I don't think it's that much. What?
Yeah, I'm going to interject to
Sure.
say that the biggest bottleneck in our games and Game Maker at this time is CPU, not GPU, in my opinion.
Right. No, that's absolutely correct. Yeah.
Yeah. So I wouldn't say that emission would do that at all because, yeah, you're not having issues rendering textures. You're not having issues rendering polys or whatever. And the lighting effects, it's all GPU. So, yeah.
Nils 2050 says, "Hi, Alex. Hi, Joe. You're not gonna say hi to Cody?"
Sorry.
There's an actual Super Nintendo world in Japan. I think I saw that. Right? It's got like you can go into Bowser's castle and stuff. It looked really cool. Except it looked like a lot of the stuff was off limits. Like you could look but not climb on, and it looked like a playground. It looked like you'd be running through a Mario level, and I'm like, if I was a kid, I'd be over that rope wall and jumping around in there so fast. I know better now. But yeah, like Joe said, we're not bottlenecked on graphics here really at all. I've seen maps where like the entire thing was covered in emissive stuff. We're not specifically the emissive items are not shining on anything. They're not casting lights right now, so that may change in the future. But if we grab an item here, like this shiny yellow block, it's shiny, but it's not casting light around it. So even though we've got these nice shadows going on from these crates here, the shininess of this yellow block is not affecting anything. So I don't think emissive is something that we got to worry about right now. There are plans and updates to the lighting. 1 second. Let me get rid of that. All right.
I was just about to ask you about YouTube. Do you have admin rights to get rid of all that? Or do you want
I already took care of it through Restream.
tweets?
Do you still see that over on YouTube?
The fact that Conrad says "Begone thought" in the YouTube chat, I believe so. But I did block on YouTube and then blocked on Restream, and it got rid of all 3 messages. So I think we're good for now. All right. So, anyway, back to I lost my crate. Actually, we're gonna do the boop goop one first because it's easy. So we're gonna have the speaker component here, and he's just gonna say boop goop back to us because he doesn't understand that it's a question. Because when somebody says boop goop to you, what do you say back?
Boop goop.
Boop goop.
It's a statement and a question. That's the cool thing
Yeah.
about it.
There you go.
Boop. Goop.
Altogether, it's a question.
Oh, boop. Goop? Like that?
Sure.
How does it work, chat? How does it even work?
All right, so that's triggered by Merle 2 here. Doesn't matter if they look at the player because these are going to be invisible.
Thank you. Clankersh is clearing it up for me. Says goop. Boop! That's it. Clankersh got it. I appreciate you.
All right. And we're going to make this invisible. We're going to duplicate it because we're going to need a second answer here. And we're going to put this basically in his head. We're just going to... Oops. Is my shift key stuck? Oh, that was weird. It was like my shift key was stuck. And we're going to move it up here. We're going to check that it lines up nicely. So we're going to talk to Merchant Merle here. Boop goop. All right, we need a little bit higher. Like basically just right on top of his head. Right there. And now it should line up. You'll notice that both of these said boop goop. We do need to change the name here. So we're going to take Merchant Merle from here. We're going to copy it into the name of the tile here. Which the nice thing about this is, let's move the chat over a little bit. Anytime we need to modify something that Merchant Merle says, we can search for Merchant Merle in the hierarchy panel here. And he's going to show up. And we're also going to change the name here. So we can quickly jump to any instance called Merchant Merle. All right, and now to change this other one here, we're going for Merle 1. That is going to respawn our crates here. So the whole reason we set this up is in case a player accidentally throws their crates outside of the map and it's not in a place that destroys it like the water here, it's just totally gone and out of reach. We can still kill it using the health component here. So if we edit the logic, we're going to go down to... We're going to select both of them. Edit logic down to instant death message. And I've already put it to crate.reset. So that message is going to get sent out when this speaker component talks. So he's going to say, hey, no worries, Sand Fam. Got you covered. Boop goop.
So Ice Pilot has a good question on Twitch
Mm-hmm.
regarding these crates. Is there a cap on max crates? Could somebody potentially spawn more to exploit some shortcuts?
So that's the fun thing. We're not spawning any crates. We are killing the crates, and when they die, oop, it's stuck. I clicked on it accidentally, and it was just following a mess everywhere. When they die, they reset to their original position. So when you look at the health component and you see death event, you can do destroy, which removes it from the map, reset, which respawns it back to its original spot, respawn to tag, which will take it to the nearest tag of whatever tag you set, and game over, which would obviously end your game. So having the reset means that it will destroy the original and bring it back to where it was before, which is why we can just yeet them off the edge here, and they come right back, which is very convenient. Takes a little while for it to land in the lava because it's so far down. And when we talk to Merchant Merle here and say, I lost my crate, it's going to send that Merle.to message over to the speaker component. It's going to wait for the message Merle.to. He's going to say, hey, no worries. And message when spoken is going to be crate reset, which is going to kill both of these. And by sending that kill message, it's going to bring them back to their original spot. So if I just carry these over here and I talk to him, I lost my crate. And it didn't work. What'd I do wrong here? Let's see. Merle.1, message sent. Oh, I clicked Merle.2. User error. All right, so we're going to see that these despawn and respawn here. I lost my crate. It just killed them both, and they both respawn back in the same position. We're going to try launching one of these out into the void. We got another one nearby. I lost my crate. And they both just respawned. Nice and easy. And this is how you can make it so that way it's very difficult for players to accidentally break your game or even intentionally break your game. You could have a player take these anywhere. You know, hide them in the Easter egg spot. And then forget where they are, or drop them into, you can drop them into a wall here. If I go like this. Oh, well, that didn't quite work. And it over there. Let's see if I can put it into a wall. That should be inside the wall there. I don't think it'll fall through. We might be able to see it. There it is. If you look through the wall there, you can see it. It's in the ceiling, up in these blocks here.
Got some more YouTube needs there.
I don't see them. They are not visible to me. They must have done something to get around it. We'll have to take care of that after, I think.
All right.
Don't click on any fishy links.
Touch nothing.
Specifically, just this one you would have to manually surf to, so don't manually surf to there.
Yeah, I don't even see... I don't see anything from YouTube, so...
That's weird.
The last question I see is actually from Property Management Renovation. You need to buy a land before? I'm guessing that means, do you need to buy a land before building? And no, you do not need to own any land to build. This is one of the important things. I saw some people asking, why would you rent a land? Like, what's the point? Why would you ever rent a digital land? There's a lot of people who want to be able to develop who either can't afford to buy a land, or they're having difficulty, maybe they have the money and they're just having a hard time because there's such limited sales. Sometimes you don't get in fast enough. And there's lots of people who have bought land as an investment who don't really, know what to do with it. Maybe they have some ideas, they don't know how to build, or maybe they just don't have time. Maybe they're a brand that's like, this would be a cool thing for our community, but we don't really know how to do this. So as a builder, it's best to get in the Game Maker, start practicing, start learning how to put these things together, and then you have a skill that people are in need of. There's a lot of people who are looking to be able to put stuff on their land, and they're looking for skilled builders who can do that for them. So they could potentially hire you as a developer, or if you're a developer and you have the money ready to publish your game but just can't get your hands on a land, then you could potentially rent a space. So there's a lot of possibilities there. It's a pretty exciting time to be a creator, to be able to build this stuff and have the opportunity to publish it. So, oops, and the lava. There we go. So, yeah, I don't know where my crates are anymore. Oh, because I sent one out into the void, and there's one in the ceiling there. So I lost my crate. No worries, I got you covered. Boop goop. So yeah, it's going to be really difficult for people to break this, because you can always go back to talk to Merle. It despawns the old ones and brings them right back here. and then a little jump, and you're over. And that is how we enter the city here. The city, you know, the city doesn't really exist yet. That's how we're going to enter the city. Womendra Lee asks, can I send a message when weapon or armor is equipped? So you can send a message when it's picked up. In the current version, we don't have messages. There's nothing that senses what you're currently wearing. However, we do plan on adding that. I believe it's coming in 0.7. I don't know if it's coming right at the start of 0.7, but it is one of the roadmap features because we want to be able to say, hey, you need to wear this disguise to sneak into this area, or you know, you need to have a sword equipped in order to enter the arena, or something like that. You need to be able to do those kinds of things for quests and stuff. Tailbar LLC, there we go, on Twitch says, Alex, are you able to put your NFT collection in your game with links to OpenSea? I know some of the areas in Alpha 2 had it. Is this option to anyone that creates on land? Yes. It's actually very easy. So there's two different ways you can link to OpenSea. One is by giving asset info. So we can say, all right, I own this alchemy table. This is a minted NFT that I bought on the Sandbox dashboard. It doesn't need a behavior. And we're going to add NFT details display component. And message required, we want to change that to interact, so players can interact with it. You could put this message as anything. I've actually in my Halloween game, I had NFT details show up when you would like complete a quest or like interact with a character. They would say something and it would display this. So you can change this message to whatever makes sense for your game mechanics. And details target is going to be the asset itself. So if you have Sandbox assets as NFTs, this will pop up, view a marketplace, and it's going to open up your browser to the Sandbox page itself. There's another way of doing this. If I go to OpenSea, thank you, Julia. Julia, if you are connected to my account, I should have access to the Sandbox's YouTube through that. If you can just totally block them that way. But I'm not sure if it will give you access just by logging into my Sandbox account. All right, so we are going to find a good NFT here. We've got, okay, it can't be animated right now. So we're going to, here we go. Here's a good one. My Creepy Club here. I've got a Creepy Club 1850. I grabbed the URL from OpenSea. And we're gonna get rid of this. We want to put an NFT frame. So we need a frame item. Okay. I think they face this way. And we're going to get rid of this image display component. And we're going to add NFT image and add the URL to this NFT, validate, and continue. And we're going to add the other component of NFT details display. We're going to change that to interact again, like we did with the last one. And details target is now going to be NFT image, not asset. Because if we did asset, it would bring you to the Sandbox page for this frame, which is, it's boring, it's plain. We don't care about this. And then we hit play. And okay, I didn't set up the scaling correctly, but you can see it's the shoulder here. we interact, shows that View Marketplace is going to open it up in OpenSea. It did do it. You can see I had to open it up twice. And that's how you do that. So right now, that only works with static images. It's not currently working with animated or video or audio NFTs, other kinds. Just static images for now. We do plan on adding more features as well as supporting Polygon chain, because right now they have to be on Ethereum mainnet. All right, we need to move this block to line up the same as the other one. Doesn't have to be exactly the same. It's better if we offset them a little bit so we can click on them separately. So they're just offset a little bit. That way we can grab one, grab the other if we need to make any changes. And now we've got our helper here. We can actually give him a speaker component too. And we're gonna have him face us. So he just looks a little more alive. And I think he's just gonna say boop goop as a question. And he's gonna detect entity of the avatar in this range. What's up?
We got another question on YouTube
Sure.
about audio, actually, from Josh. What are the current features with audio? Can you play pre-recorded music? Will NPCs be able to play pre-recorded audio in the future?
Yes, so 0.7 is bringing more audio features, but you can play sound effects and audio that are currently in the Game Maker. So there's the sound component. I'm just going to place a random asset here. Doesn't need to be anything specific. And add component, play sound. And you can look at the whole sound library here. You can have Snoop Dogg say congratulations if you wanted. And it's going to play on start. Oh, I have that. Not if I have the audio turned all the way down. I think we're out of range, so let's change. We're going to edit logic here. So you see the sound range is really small on this. If you have magic gems on an item, you can actually have a much larger sound range. But we can turn off 3D sound, and you'll be able to hear it everywhere. And let's see, play on start, message required, none, so it should just play.
Congratulations.
Ta-da. And let's see. Sound crashed my game in the last event. Interesting. I would guess that maybe your sound file was corrupted or maybe missing. It shouldn't be missing. It should check that the whole library is there. It's possible that there was some corruption in the download, in which case it's a little bit of a dig, but you can find the game files to clear your cache. I don't think you can clear your cache from the main menu anymore, can you? Let's double check. The easy way is to do it from the start if that button's still there, but I think they got rid of that. Let's see. Give it a second. Validating files. Downloading assets. What's up?
Thought it was still the bottom left.
It might be. I might be thinking of the game client, having gotten rid of it. Oh, bunch of stuff updating.
However, I don't think there's a delete cache on the Mac version, which is interesting.
Oh, well, we should fix that. I do not see a delete cache button on here.
Oh, dang.
Oh, boy. Why. Maybe you're not using 0.6.24. Bum, bum, bum.
Maybe not.
So, let's see. Let me find it real quick for y'all so you know how to do it in case you need to. Because it's an important thing to know how to do. Here we go. All right. So you're going to have to dig down into your app data folder. This is only for Windows. I don't know what it is on Mac. Your user folder, app data, local low, TSP gaming, the Sandbox Game Maker. And then you go to client world 0, cached assets, and you can just delete this entire folder and everything in it. These are all the assets from the marketplace that are just cached on your system, so they don't have to download when you're using them. So if you delete that, the next startup will take a while because it has to re-download everything. That download happens the first time you install the Game Maker, and then each time you add a new asset to your inventory from the dashboard, it downloads the new stuff. But if something didn't download correctly, or maybe there was like a small, failure on your hard drive or something, all sorts of things could happen. But if sound crashed your game, I would think that either there was some corruption in the file, or there might be some issue with your sound card. I don't know. I don't think I've ever had any crashes related to the audio file specifically, but that's a good thing to keep an eye out for. And maybe check your log file, which is located in that same directory that I shared. So check that out. See if there's any message on the log file that would indicate why it crashed. So you can't upload your own sounds yet. Like I said, 0.7, we're bringing more features. So right now we're limited to the sounds that are in this library here. We've got 3 pages of sound clips, like sound effects and music. You get the sound range based on your magic gems. If you use 3D sound, it's quieter when you're further away from it. It gets louder as you get closer into that range. And then the range doesn't matter if you use 2D sound. 2D sound just plays evenly to the whole map. Play on start, or you can play on received message, or on play or interact, which you could also put on receive message and use interact as the message, but for whatever reason there's a distinction there. And interruptible would mean that something can, like another audio sound, can cut that off. Or actually, I think, interruptible means that you can actually send messages to stop or pause the music. So if you wanted to, say, have like a radio on a desk or something, you could stop or pause. Stop would mean that it restarts the next time it plays. Pause would resume it the next time the message sends. All right, so lots of choices there for audio, some different moods, things to listen to there. But we do have a lot of musical artists, musicians, sound people in our partnerships who are looking to do virtual concerts and things like that. So there are a lot of sound features coming in the next update. Or I should say the next version. There may be another 0.6 update after the current one. So crunching leaves while running through trees would be great. So yeah, you could trigger if you got the sound in the Game Maker, you could trigger things like have a whole bunch of these tiles throughout the woods and have them play the sound when you get close enough to them. This actual sound of your footsteps, we don't have a way to change that right now. I imagine at some point in the future, these global parameters, just like we can change what the player avatar is, what their stats are, if we change some of the components around, there will likely be some way to change what the sound effects are for your player specifically, because we want to do different kinds of games where it's not just going to be running around. If you're driving a car, it's going to sound kind of funny to be constantly having footsteps. All right, we're coming to about an hour, and I think we're going to go for another hour, and then we're going to raid Cody, actually, because Cody's going to go on stream about an hour from now. But Joe,
yeah,
I think you have a link that some people might be interested in clicking on.
I don't know what you mean by that.
There's something green, and it's right on the top of my head, but I can't remember what it's called.
Oh, it's on the top of your head, huh? That's the chat right now going out over on youtube.com, twitch.tv, and multiple outlets over on Facebook. You can fill out the form to win a Wizzy the Green Lucky Hat NFT that is exclusive to these live streams on the official channel, created by this guy right here, Alex Florez. These are limited to 200 in quantity ever, and over half of them have already been given away. You'll be able to use that asset inside any combat-based experience or any experience inside the Sandbox Game Maker to give yourself a little leverage in a video game, or just because you want to look cool, whatever you like. That's the green hat right there, the lucky hat. You can wear it on avatars. You can wear it on any humanoid character that you put in your game if you like, but only on characters by which you control, unless you do what Alex is doing and you just stick it in the game and plop it on somebody's head and say, I'm not going to move them. Then it's just there for looks. You can just make anybody look like the lucky little Wizzy the Green.
Doesn't quite work with his head. He's got a big noggin. All right. So we've got our quest set up. Our first quest here to get. Sorry, not a quest. Our first puzzle. Because we didn't make a quest. We didn't activate any quest lines. But we've got our first puzzle on how to get into the city here, which is going to be full of people complaining about the calamity over their heads, which we're going to get to eventually. Now, what we want to do is we want to establish for players that there is a checkpoint system. So, the first checkpoint in any game that you make in the Game Maker is going to be the spawn point, which we can't get rid of. It's just always going to be there. You know what? I'm curious about something. What happens if you avoid the checkpoint?
I thought you could delete it, avoid it if you void it.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. Like, what if we? Although I don't know if we can find this item. What's it called? Avatar's Portal. We might not be able to find it in the list of items to void unless we say void all in the area.
Cody, a question comes in over on twitch.tv from Trichome76. And I think it's a great question for you. It says, it's probably been asked before. Is there a Game Maker for Dummies program we can get into? I have a basic grasp, but nothing like you're doing now.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think the streams obviously are a great learning, as Alex doing. It might be a little advanced at times, but as far as a program, like you're saying, we do have our Metaverse Masterclass, which is start to finish. If you have no idea what's going on, setting up the account all the way to like more advanced stuff that we just rolled out for VoxEdit 101. So Game Maker will be coming later.
Very cool. Yeah. Is there some place people can go to get more info on that?
Looks like
somebody they can follow.
Got it down there. Metaverse Masterclass.online. Yeah.
There we go. Beautiful. There's also it's different from a masterclass in that it's kind of like it's a crash course, really. I think it's like three sessions. There is the program that we do with Participate, which is the Sandbox Bootcamp. I feel like the name is different. It's got Bootcamp in there, but I feel like I'm saying the name out of order. And if you go and follow, I shouldn't close this. Becky Latoff here on Twitter. Go check her out. That's at Steam Cultivator. and she runs the Sandbox Game Bootcamp. All right, also does cool stuff with like Minecraft and education. Does all sorts of cool stuff. Very smart, very helpful, very nice, and a lot of people have had good things to say about the bootcamp. Kind of, like I said, it's a crash course. It's like 3 days. You just go through like VoxEdit and the Game Maker and the dashboard to quickly get what they call Sandbox certified, meaning that you know like all these essential things. But I imagine the masterclass is going to go a lot more in depth into like specific skills and stuff that you might need. All right. I feel like this is going to kill us when we activate it. And then we won't have a respawn point, so we might get stuck. I did save. So, only destroy from list. We're going to try to add the avatar portal to the list. It does not show up here anymore. It used to show up in the library, but it doesn't anymore. So
TSB.
Hmm?
Like TSB, I think is the very beginning of it. Or maybe it's something that looks similar to it.
Nope, it's not in there.
Huh.
I think they're trying to specifically keep you from doing this.
Got it.
Is nothing gonna happen here? Interact. On receive message to destroy. Oh, I set only destroy from list. Destroy all except from list. And the avatar is not on the list of things to not destroy. So, bam. Okay, so this is better than what I was expecting. It's still not great. Maybe if I move it to just graze the edge, it might work. It's not as bad as what I thought it could be. No, and okay, well, that didn't help. So what happened is it destroyed. It did destroy this, but that doesn't really. I think the tag still is kind of there. So with a lack of any other place to respawn us, it still respawns us in that position. So, the point that I'm trying to get to is we're going to create spawn points as we pass, but I don't want us to accidentally, if we fall and we die over here, I don't want us to accidentally respawn back at the start and have to go through everything else. Why can I destroy the bot? What?
Alright, YouTube's blowing up. If someone has access to... Do you still not see them?
I see nothing but normal people
No.
talking on YouTube.
Yeah, unfortunately, Restream doesn't show that, so...
Let's see. Let me deal with this for a second.
All right.
I should have access.
Hey guys, check it out. It's all these inappropriate things that have nothing to do with the sandbox. Don't click them.
Don't do it.
I'm working on it. Meow.
Don't manually search for them.
Let's see.
I mean, we can all report them individually, but it only makes it go away on your side. It doesn't make it go away on the global side until we log in as the TSBs, which is disappointing.
So whenever we ban somebody on our restream, it just makes it so we can't see it. And
Yeah, if you ban
do
the
a filter.
restream bottom option ban on restream, yeah, it just makes it so we can't see it, but possibly they could pop back up again.
Right.
Right.
So I'm taking it away, these bots, from the filter. You can see them again. Destroy them. Thank you, Alex.
Alright. It says message deleted now.
It's coming from multiple accounts, I think.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no. It says that this is hidden.
That was the one.
Okay. Did that get rid of all of them? They're all
Should've.
gone now? Oh, wait.
You were
there.
If I scroll
Should've.
back far enough, there's another one.
Yeah, there's a lot. The messages have been deleted, but really the link is in the name. So triggered.
Oh, it still shows their name even after their message is gone?
Uh-huh.
What? What?
Right.
That.
Yup.
Come on, YouTube. Get it together. Like, this name is offensive. We'll hide it. Okay, we'll hide their message, but not their name. Nope. That's not what we wanted.
Right.
Good grief. And now they're popping back
That's
up on
a lot.
Restream again.
It's a lot. Yeah, you can see.
All right. I hid them, or I've taken them away from hiding from us on Restream. So we're just blocking them on the YouTube, so we can make sure we
Yeah,
got
but
that.
but now they can see it on the on the stream on the screen.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Yeah. It's almost worse because it's
Yeah.
because
It's
then it's in the
almost
video
worse. I hadn't
replay.
thought
Because
about
now
that.
it's on everybody. Yeah.
I'm so sorry, chat. I'm trying to help. I swear.
They're thoughting. Thoughts are gonna thought. You know what I mean?
Libra
I
Stark
think we gotta-
says
Thought.
Alex versus the inappropriate bots is a good idea for a game. It's just gonna be whack-a-mole.
Whack-a-mole.
That's gracious.
No. Oh yeah.
Me. All right.
There we go.
I think we're all cleaned up for now.
For now.
Okay.
Now back to lurk mode.
Oh,
I almost
why?
helped.
Why people gotta be so weird? You know? Why can't people just
Yeah,
have
I mean-
fun? And just
They.
good,
they're
clean,
wild.
family-friendly
They're wild.
fun.
How dare?
Go
How
catch
dare.
some peaches and, you know.
Wait, what?
What's that phrase?
Is that family
it's in
friendly,
this-
Alex?
It's in reference to the fruit catcher game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh
You were having so much fun with the fruit catcher game. It wasn't malicious. Come on.
Oh yeah. Just catch some peaches.
just
Right,
Joe's latest
right.
addiction.
Oh yeah.
Away I go.
All right, bye bye.
All right. Let's see. Do that. I'm just cleaning up the way this looks here. I feel like that looks a little better. The one thing that I don't like about the way this camera works is when we do go down into the secret, like this to me, this is fine. This is like a traditional kind of way of hiding an Easter egg in a platformer. This, however, not so much. This is that's different. If you had enough blocks, this would actually be pretty cool. If you had enough blocks, having it hidden into the background like this, you could design this carefully enough where this would look like a very intentional like cutout, and you wouldn't have like all these weird floating lines from the other surfaces. But that would take a lot of planning and a lot of testing, and it would be very easy to mess it up and make it less consistent, to where it wouldn't look so good. So I feel like just leaving it like this for now is not only easier, but just try to assume that the player is going to be nice with the camera, and maybe they'll do this to like check for secrets, but they're mostly going to play it like this, I think. And we should have more camera features in the future as well. All right, so we were setting up a respawn point. So we've got our first one here, and I've kind of highlighted it by these fireflies, but I want to make one that kind of gives players the assurance right at the start that they're going to see these things, So we're going to have some fireflies here. We're going to do orange fireflies for spawn points that haven't been triggered. And we're going to start it here. And they're going to be a speaker component. Detect entity is going to be just big enough so that way the player can't miss it when they walk through here. But we don't want it to trigger too early, like before the player actually walks over it. Now, we can't have a speaker component trigger a behavior on itself with a message. So like if I have, if I was to make this say the spawn point generator. So we're using a spawner to make a spawn point. That's what I'm trying to say. If this is the spawner for the respawn point, and it has the speaker component on it, it's not going to activate by sending a message to itself. It doesn't work that way. We need what I'd like to call a relay. So we're actually going to have something void this and have a spawn also. So we're going to need 2 tiles. One's going to be the respawn point spawner. So asset spawn. And we're going to spawn blue fireflies when the spawn point's activated. 0 offset on the spawn point. Asset to spawn blue fireflies. And behavior is none. We do want to add a tag. I believe the default is just respawn. We can check the controller components for the avatar respawn tag. Oh, checkpoint. That's what it's called. We're spawning a checkpoint. Add that to the tag. And physics, we don't want collision on it. That would be silly. Message required. And we're going to say checkpoint.1. All right. So now, when this group of fireflies, which we need to turn the collision off on that as well, no collision. So when these fireflies see the avatar, they're going to send out checkpoint.1, which is going to create our new spawn point. Let's see. Am I missing anything here? Only once. We only need this message said once. And we're going to have it not talk to us, so no text to display. And let's see if that activates. So we walk here. Okay, blue fireflies spawn there. We're going to yeet ourselves into the lava drink. And we just spawned at the new spawn point. All right, we've got some more stuff to do here. So we're going to... I don't know if I want to make the tile invisible. I think I'll make the tile invisible in case I decide to use these tiles anywhere else as decoration. We don't really need them because we'll see the fireflies. So that's invisible. And then this is going to be a void for the orange fireflies. So at the same time as checkpoint 1 triggers this to spawn the blue fireflies, this is going to be a void activated by checkpoint 1. On receive message, checkpoint 1. Block destruction is going to destroy no blocks. Asset destruction, only destroy from list. Let's edit the logic and we add the orange fireflies. And now those will disappear when that message is received. And we're going to turn off visibility there. Hit play. And the blue fireflies appear. And we respawn here. And I noticed those are visible. Silly me. We don't hide the visibility that both the spawner and the respawn, the spawner and the void have their own visibility tag here that we activate. So we can still clearly see them without them being the ghostly blue. And then we're going to line these things up right on top of each other here. And this is all going to become a happy little package for us to select without selecting the wall. There we go. And we place it right in the doorway here. And for this first one, we do also want it to speak a message. So we're gonna, I think we can make the door. We don't need to add an extra asset here. There's no reason to add extra objects. We've got all these props around. We can just make the props perform extra functions for us. So this archway here is going to actually be an asker. And we're gonna remove the speaker name for now. Actually, what was the term that we used to use for the player when we wanted to address the player without actually saying their name? I feel like it was seeker.
I don't think so. I don't think it was seeker. Bro, they're back again.
He was
I
back.
see it.
Yeah.
I see it. Working on it.
Stop it. Get some help.
I feel like seeker was a term that we used briefly to describe the players instead of like adventurer or traveler. Like when we just wanted to name them without actually knowing what their name is. Did you have something, Cody?
Honestly, I think you're right. I think that's what it was.
Seeker. I feel like it was
Yeah.
Seeker. There was a question here. Alex, can you make a timer on the destroy message so when it is triggered, it won't destroy until the timer runs out? So you can set up timers that will the void will destroy instantly, but you can have a timer before the void activates. So you could use a quest, to add a quest to your rules, and you can have a timer in here, and then if like some message is accomplished before that timer goes off, actually no, I think you would use survive. So you let this timer run out till survive. It auto completes and sends a message at the end of it, which would activate your void. But then you see the timer as a quest on your quest panel, if you will. So the player knows that the timer is there. So that might not work for your game situation. You can always set up timers as like moving platforms. So you can say, I've got my timer. Oh, we can't do it there. Let's do it here. So I've got my my timer and my goal, and I say, hey, this is a moving platform, it's a basic platform, and it needs to move, say, 60 meters, and we put the speed at 1, which is 1 meter per second. So we know exactly how much that time is going to be. And then we put the goal on the other side here. And then we've just created a 60-second timer, give or take a second at the end there for how it lines up with that.
I'm sorry. They did it again. It's never ending today. Chat, I'm going to turn off YouTube.
Yeah, it's usually Facebook that gives us the...
That's crazy.
Crazy. Yeah.
All right.
Alex,
So-
after this show, can you give me the login details for the YouTube so I can be TSB and fix that? Because I'm gonna probably have to deal with that later, I imagine.
I think I can add you as a contributor because I think
Okay,
that's what they
thank you.
did for me. Because I'm actually
Yeah.
I'm logged into my own account, but it gives me access to that
Okay, great.
stuff.
Cool.
Um,
Cool.
So we set up a tag on this where you'd say like timer or whatever you want the tag to be. It doesn't matter. And then you set up a speaker component on here. There we go. My eyes aren't working today. Detect entity. We change the tag to speaker. Did I capitalize? Where'd my speaker tag go? Oh, timer. That's what. Good grief. I need more coffee. Timer. And then it would set off whatever the trigger is. So what did we say that message was for the I'm actually gonna move this closer because I don't want to wait a whole minute.
So I've got a question actually.
Mhm.
The numbers, right? You were saying meters. Is it meters or is it blocks?
A block is a meter.
Hey, there we go.
All right. So we know right here. I'm actually gonna use my finger on the screen to line this up. Okay, it should be right there. Should do it. So it might be a little bit fuzzy. It's kind of difficult to make this happen exactly at a specific second, but you can get it pretty close. Because we're physically making an egg timer. So this platform should move close enough to trigger that. I'm going to move it in a little bit just to make sure it doesn't miss it. If it's like right on the edge. So it's going to be, what did I say? 5. It's going to be 5 seconds minus a couple milliseconds. 16 blocks equals roughly 1 minute. What? Clankers, what are you doing to me? I changed the speed to be one block per second. So you can make the speed slower. You can do 0.1 block per second. This particular asset you can do 9.1 blocks per second. So you can fine tune a lot with that. So that's actually the only thing you need to move. So once you set up this spacing, and you want to like just adjust and kind of like fiddle with how fast it goes through, you can kind of hone in exactly what your timing is going to be just with this one slider for the platform speed. Wait duration, we'll set it to 0. So when we want to activate this, we want a toggle behavior component. Turn on message is going to be, we'll say, interacting with interacting with this alchemy table here. So we're going to make it a message broadcaster. Message to send is trigger. It's going to broadcast to all. Wait before broadcast for interact. So trigger is going to be what turns on our timer here. Actually, with it being on toggle message, we could turn our timer on and off, which is kind of cool too. Initial behavior state is off, so we turn it on, and when this entity is detected, it's going to say hello, and it's going to send the message. Message when sent, checkpoint 1. All right, we should be all set here. All right, so hit play. We've got our orange fireflies there. We're going to turn on our timer by... Oh, I left that quest on accidentally. That doesn't do anything right now. So we turn on our timer. The timer is moving, and as soon as it gets there, it's going to say hello. Oh, it wasn't close enough. It might actually need to be to the middle. Let me double check. It might need to go all the way to the middle there. We got our 5 seconds, and yeah. So I did it to the edge of the object. It senses for the middle, the not the middle of the object, but the origin of the object, because some objects are offset in their origin. This part over here didn't actually... Oh, no, it did work, because the orange fireflies are gone and the blue ones are there. Is it spawning more fireflies each time? No, it's not. Good. Oh, it spawned more fireflies because 2 different things sent the message. That's why. I think that answered the question all the way. There were some distractions in there, but I think we set that up successfully. But yeah, moving platforms and speaker components are your friend for setting up mechanics. You can also use birds if you want to do like... You could offset a message in a cycle by using a bird. You can have multiple things on that path, and then you basically got a clock, and you can just say, okay, when the bird is, at 90 degrees or 270 degrees through its route, it's going to set off different things. You can do all sorts of fun timings and stuff with that. Like, I haven't thought of everything possible there because the possibilities are pretty much endless.
Another one.
Yeah, I've already got it. I saw that they always use the same like green and red and yellow icons, so it like really stands out. Like, hey, I'm the spammer, I'm back, and it's like, okay, bye. It's like, just stop. Nobody's falling for it. All right. So now we've got our checkpoint. Oh, there we go. It was a little slow there. I don't know what the delay was. Let's see. Delay between, we can set that to 0. There's no delay on that. That might have just been because it started up. Checkpoint 1, delay 0. Oh, we can get rid of this. All right. Got the orange. I keep forgetting to remove that quest. All right, then it was instant. Okay. Let's get rid of that quest because it's not doing anything. All right, and I'm trying to think if I want the fireflies to disappear when the next checkpoint, so that way we keep the progress moving forwards. So activating checkpoint 1 could activate a void here. Let's see. Let's use a tile again. I'm gonna put this in my... I keep on going back to it. I'm just gonna put it in the bookmark here. So we do kind of need it further out here. The problem with this is that I don't want to kill the player accidentally. So what might work better is to just move these down into the ground where they'll get deleted. So if we make this, if I can select it, come on, fireflies, there you are. We're gonna make the fireflies a moving platform here, and we're gonna have it go down into the ground. And no, wait. And we're gonna attach. Where are these? Blue fireflies. Here we go. We're gonna attach the avatar portal to the blue fireflies. Oh, we can't, can we? Why can't I rearrange these? I think the hierarchy panel's giving me some issues here. No, that worked. Just the blue fireflies don't want to move. What's wrong, blue fireflies? Why won't you move? Did we have a winner?
We did a little while
did.
back.
Yeah, we did,
I
and I
didn't-
announced it in the chat because I didn't do it out loud. I rolled on the form.
Yeah.
I rolled a 45, and the winner, answering the question, "What mechanic in the Game Maker is your favorite?" They said looping mechanics. Which platform? Twitch TV. It was Chivarit S. That's one word.
Congrats.
That would have been a really long time to keep a form open, Alex. That would have been like
No, I knew you were on top of it. I just saw congrats in the chat, and I didn't see the announcement of the
yeah,
winner. So
yeah.
that was all. Why am I having such a hard time moving the blue fireflies somewhere here? What's going on? All right. I just wanted to, I guess, technically we don't need this spawn point here, but we can get rid of the fireflies. That's okay. Just to kind of establish the current spawn point. It's okay if this one stays here, visible. You don't have to get rid of it. So let's go to the blue fireflies. Did I put down a tile? I don't think I added the tile yet. I did not. Okay. So we are going to void the blue fireflies, but because we're only voiding the fireflies, we don't have to worry about killing the player. So it's less complicated than putting a moving platform here. So we're going to void, and actually, I want to do something first. I want to prove, and it might not work, but I want to prove that you respawn to whichever spawn point is closest. I left the moving platform behavior on the fireflies, so they're freaking out there. So we've activated the new respawn point here, but if we die way over here, we're going to spawn at the first spawn point. We don't. Okay. Interesting. I have a feeling that that's because this doesn't actually say checkpoint on it.
I think you're right.
If I put, you can't add a tag to this. So this object is very special. Like, it's the only one that gets this avatar settings button. It's a unique item. So is that a yellow punching glove? What is that?
That looks like a butt.
It's definitely like Wayward Escapades described this yesterday as a twerking ditto.
Is
but
it animated?
It's definitely animated in the Twitch chat.
In Twitch,
It's
I
animated.
can't. It's not animated in Restream. So
Yeah, on Restream it just looks like a really poorly shaped lemon or like a yellow turd that's sideways. That's what it looks like on Restream.
oh man, just the way Cody said, it looks like a butt.
I was trying to choose the word carefully. Butt is okay.
Yes. Marky Snickles says golden booty. So
I mean, to me, that's just emoji yellow, kind of like Lego people. It's just that's that's the color of skin, right? That's Simpsons skin. Why am I respawning over here? That was weird. That was very weird. I don't understand what was happening there. What? Oh, because the fireflies were in the ground when it was trying to respawn me. Well, that's a way to mess with people. Put the respawn point in a block. Let's get rid of that basic platform behavior. That keeps messing me up. So yeah, I mean, this is kind of this has been known for a long time, is you respawn at whatever the closest respawn point is. So so when I die over in that corner, I respawn at this one. When I die over here, I respawn at this one. But if I die somewhere over here and the closest respawn point is in a previous section of the game, and not, you know, like if I die over here, which one do I respawn at? Well, we want to make sure that we respawn where the progression is. So this this tile ends up being our respawn point for lack of any other respawn points. I think that's to avoid a situation where there is no respawn point. But we don't need the checkpoint tag on these fireflies. But we can still get rid of them for the visual information to tell players, hey, when you see the blue fireflies, that is your current respawn point. So we're going to make this a void. Void. And we're going to plop it right on there. Visible is visible. I think I went to say visibility, and then I was like, just visible. I don't know. Words don't sound right anymore. What's my brain doing?
For that? Are you visibilling?
Visibilling?
People?
Yeah. Visibility.
Yeah.
Invisible. That is how you say visible. It's one of those situations where you say a word over and over again. It doesn't really sound like a real word anymore. Just saying the word.
That where you don't have enough cash, and so every bill becomes invisible.
Nicely done.
Josh the Spaniard, they're all getting sent out tomorrow. That was actually, they might get sent out today. Depends on how fast I get out of here. But yeah, no, we're doing that. I think Cody might need to go get ready for his next stream. We're gonna raid him at the end of this one. How you doing on time, Cody? You gotta leave us?
I'm good. I got maybe like 5 more minutes.
All right. So we set up that void activation on receive message. So when we hit checkpoint 1, it's going to get rid of these blue fireflies to indicate that we have a new checkpoint. The old checkpoint is not going to work anymore. It's not going to destroy any blocks. It's only going to destroy one asset from the list. So we edit logic to add the asset, which is blue fireflies. And now, I thought I checked off visibility. Nope. I got confused on the word visible. That was it. Okay. Now, come here. Old fireflies are gone. New fireflies activated. And we wanted to send a message here. So, does anybody remember how to do italics? Is it just...
It's, open bracket.
Is it carrots or brackets?
Carrot. Carrots.
Carrot. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
And component, not component, edit logic. Only once. I feel my fate has changed. I may change what that message says later, but I feel like that sounds dramatic enough, right?
Oops. Yeah.
They're back again.
So there's no yellow, but the bright green with the red around it made my brain think that there was yellow. And they're gone. It's okay, Jim. You'll be all right. And checkpoint.
I'm not gonna be all right, Alex. I'm not gonna do it. You can't make me.
Checkpoint 1 activates this asker behavior also. So now we're gonna have like a scripted dialogue scene here. So we spawn here, and oh, I need to turn collision off on these fireflies. I was wondering why I spawned off over here. I feel my fate has changed. There we go. And now we got our puzzle. We got a respawn system. So every time we need to make a new checkpoint, we can just copy this over. We're going to drag select. We're going to duplicate, and we're going to get rid of that, that extra bit there after we move it. Okay. We could have it say, I feel my fate has changed each time, but I think it's only really needed the first time. And we'll put that here. And we got to change the messages. So this is checkpoint 2. And this one is checkpoint 2. Yeah, people drive fast by mine right.
Same. Always, all the time.
It's like the speed limit's 35, and they're just like, "You said 75?"
No, my favorite is when somebody has a car that they basically cut the entire muffler off of, and then they're like, "Yeah, it's like a 1992 Honda Civic or something, right?" And they've got all of 4 horsepower, but still they're going down the street like. And you're like, just stop it.
Get some help.
Honestly, I mean, I don't know. I get it. I understand wanting to have a fast car.
It's not
but
a
I've
flex.
always been in the mindset. Yeah, like loud isn't fast. Loud is not good. If you had a fast car and you wanted to drive fast, I would assume you want the most BA muffler you've ever seen in your life, so that you don't make noise, so that nobody knows you're going fast. You just get to go fast.
Gotta go fast. Yeah, and yeah, just how much energy are you losing? You know,
so much.
You know, there's laws of thermodynamics, conservation of energy. You're putting all of your energy into the sound your car is making instead of making it go fast. I don't think it actually makes that big of a difference, but
there actually is a certain improvement to your performance, very minimal, by having like a wider throughput pipe of air. So as long as you can intake the air faster, better to your engine and output it with a consistent flow out the muffler, it's good. But I don't know why I just got triggered by that. I just got triggered by the car driving by in your background. Like, what are you doing?
And it was just a mosquito. Just a mosquito.
Just a mosquito. Like, right next to your microphone, just like. Zzz.
All right, so we've got checkpoint there. We die. Even if we die closer to the other checkpoint, we still come back here. So if I... We still respawn over here. Now, why did my crates fall over? Or did something make those respawn?
I think you knocked it when you ran past it.
Maybe.
Oh, it's still sliding.
Let's try. If I die, do my crates die? Nope. Okay. Yeah, no, I must have bumped into it or something.
All right, I gotta take off.
All right, Cody. We are going to be seeing Cody again in just a few minutes here. He's got to go get ready for his own stream.
All
Just
right.
Good solid day of streaming for Cody here.
Yeah.
He's filling in for Lucas's right, who needed to go do things because he's got a life.
How dare! Oh man, people having a life. Also, I see you sighing. I see you sighing.
Yeah, how dare we have a life? Other people need to go get a life. Stop making spam bots. All right,
There it is.
jump up here, climb up, and we go through and we activate the next. Oh, we didn't get rid of the old one because I didn't set up the death message. Is that gonna work? I think I just made it more complicated. Because we don't want to send people back to this one. So the new spawned fireflies need to die. Oh wait, no. It's fine. It's fine. I don't know why I'm getting worried because I already have the void here. I just need to void the blue fireflies. Because so when we create the new fireflies, if we were to put a health component on them, there's two issues. One, we could attack them, and then you could kill your fireflies and kill your respawn point. We don't want that. The other issue is that the kill message for a spawned item right now is only the default message, which is just kill. And if we sent out a kill message, it would kill all the fireflies, unless we wanted to add unique tags for every single checkpoint also and send the kill message only to that tag. It just becomes more complicated than it's worth, but we can use this void here that we already have. We can't use the same one, but we can duplicate it. And we're going to change this to on receive message of checkpoint 2. It's going to destroy from the list the blue fireflies. All right. That wasn't too hard. And then we need to duplicate this one, and it's going to say checkpoint 3. Checkpoint dot 3. And we don't have a checkpoint 3, but we don't want this one to activate until we get to checkpoint 3. All right, so our fate has changed. Old fireflies are gone. Can I do this jump without? I think I have to stack them. I mean, the goal is to have to stack them. You want people to play the puzzle. Yeah. Your jump is not quite high enough. You kind of grab the underside of it, but it's not enough to pull yourself up. So we stack ever so carefully. Nope. Come on. Jump. And there we go. Blue fireflies. Old fireflies are gone. If we die over here, we come back here. If we go like, oh wait, I want to go back for this thing. It was over here, I forgot about it. Oh no, I fell. We're back at the new one. So that is our respawn system. And I think it works pretty well. Pretty happy with that. All right. What else we got? We got 10 minutes before Cody and Lozen go live. I know at least Cody's streaming.
Probably both of them.
Usually Lozen streams with Cody.
Usually.
All right. What are we gonna put in our Easter egg here, in our hidden area? I feel like we need to spruce it up a little bit. We're gonna put definitely some skeletons.
Skeletons. Wow, Alex, getting those things out of the closet finally, huh? Alex, I'm like super tired. Just the first thing that comes to mind is leaving my mouth.
Right. We still love you, Joe. It's all right.
Yeah,
we forgive you.
You know, in spite of everything.
that one down here. And we're going to put the other one. I want it to kind of be like up above the water, but I don't want to get rid of the blocks entirely. So we're going to put some rocks down and put it on top of the rocks. I think, yeah, that'll work. I'm going to sink this. I'm going to put the skeleton right on top. I'm going to rotate a bit. I'm going to rotate this one a bit. Try to fit it on top of the rock here. There we go. Perfect. And then we're gonna lower these so the skeleton's just above the water. There we go. And I feel like I kind of want another spot where water's pouring in. No, I'll leave it. So we're establishing that the water comes from the moat, kind of flows down through this tunnel and drains out through here. And what should be the item that we put in there? It could be a weapon. It could be... How about an alpha sword? That's epic. I don't know that I want to make the players too powerful at the start. Women Drelly says, thanks for the respawn system. I usually use the kill message, but never used the void behavior before. Yeah, I just didn't want to be keeping track of so many tags because we already have the message that we're sending. So like we could use the kill message, we could send it to a tag, but then I would need a message broadcaster on top. So I feel like either one works and one's not necessarily more efficient than the other, because I would need a message broadcaster sending a message to that tag that I don't already have, or I need the void, and either one works. Let's see. So, yeah, I think maybe let's do a rare. I think the player will be given a common sword at the beginning of the game. Like once we're in the city, I'm going to take away the current sword that you spawn with. So you'll be given a sword at the start, but we could get a rare sword if we are sneaky. And I'm going to go with only something that I either own or is basic. Golden Inferno Blade. Sandstorm Meat. They must have sent this to me. I don't remember this. Let's see. But putting a fire blade in water doesn't make a lot of sense. I'm just going to put like a normal sword in the water. Tribal Chieftain. That's kind of cool. Let's see. What do we got for basic? That's it? Only one rare item? The Deer Den? These are the staff ones. I'm not going to use any of those. Okay. I guess we'll go with oh, here we go. Corrupted Blade. This is a good one to put underwater, I think, actually. This is by Blaze Games. This is, wait, that's legendary. I thought I had the rarity set to rare. What am I doing here? Joe, can you let me know when Cody's stream is up?
Sure, absolutely. We have another messenger.
Yeah. They're so
Right.
insistent today.
True.
It's like
It's
it's
true
only
that.
like 4 clicks for me to get rid of them, but it's
Yeah.
or not even 4.
But
It's only 2
every
clicks. but-
every 2 minutes.
Stop. Go touch some grass.
I mean, it's a robot, so they can't.
That's why they do this. I wouldn't have touched grass, but I
I
can't.
can't even touch grass.
I have no hands. I have no feet. I have no corporeal, physical, corporeal. What are words?
I don't know.
Joe definitely got a lot less sleep than me. I'm just like out of it today. I don't know what's up. Just use kill messages on spam bots. You know, I would if it worked that way. I would use the game maker to eliminate all spam bots if I could. You let me know if you figure a way out to do it. I'll make a tutorial. How to just get rid of spam bots using the Sandbox Game Maker. Lightning and water, that doesn't mix. I don't know, I'm just not finding a sword that I want to use here. Although, what's the basic sword? Does it even have any... Is it common or does it have no catalyst at all?
I think it is none.
I don't even see it. What's it called? What's the thing in my hand? Sword. Yes.
What's this sword called?
Yes, but when I type it into... When I type it into here, it doesn't show up. Oh, you know, I know why. I think I know why. Because it's a basic asset. There it is. It does have a power gem. But it's only 25 power.
Oh, Alex.
Hmm?
Alex.
Is it time?
A stream is starting.
Okay. All right. I'll figure out what sword we want to use for next time. Maybe I'll make a sword in VoxEdit. How's that sound? We'll make a sword
Ooh, that sounds fun.
We'll make a sword just for this game in VoxEdit next Saturday. We'll make a unique item for our hidden area here. So we're going to save. We're going to go over to twitch.tv and get ready to watch Cody and Lozen. But I have to do that over from... Actually, what is their channel called?
I got you. They're on twitch.tv/CodyZine. Or as Joe used to say, I can do the raid. I can do the raid.
They're right here. Stream starting soon for Monochrome. They're going to be building the Mutant Cats social hub in the sandbox.
All right. I've pre-screened the raid over on our Twitch channel. So if you are joining us, one of the 58 people who are hanging out on twitch.tv, we are getting ready to raid CodyZine right now. Or, like I said, I called him a year ago, CodyZine. For like 6 months, at least, I called him CodyZine. Before somebody else was like, out loud, said CodyZine. And I was like, what? Mind blown. You're lying. And then I asked, and they were like, yeah, it's actually CodyZine. And I'm like, why did you tell me? Too nice.
Yes.
So let's go enjoy these nice people as we now are ready to roll whenever you like, Alex. It's going to automatically go within the next like 45 seconds. So
All right. Well, thank you.
Stay your good days, sir.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you for hanging out with us while we build today. I hope to see you on Wednesday as we play your games from the Sandbox Gallery, and next Saturday as we continue to work in VoxEdit and the Game Maker. Thank you, Joe. Have a great weekend,
Thanks,
everybody.
Alex. This is beautiful. Get to click raid now. Doop doop.
All right. Now that all the Twitch people are gone,
Bunch of
YouTube,
jerks.
Facebook, Theta, DLive, Twitter, We love you.
What's up? Oh. Oh. So nice.
Buddy. Aw, I love you too.
Oh,
That's
hey.
so nice.
Hey, Conrad. All right. Now you all get a special goodbye from Conrad. Conrad, what do you
Goodbye,
want to say to the
YouTube.
people?
Goodbye, Twitter. I'll see you in my dreams tonight.
Or on the good morning, afternoon, evening show.
Oh,
Later.
yeah, I mean, that's literally what I meant in my dream. So.
Hey, how many hours do they have to wait for that?
Oh, you could watch it in 7 hours from now. Math.
7 hours. Joe's
Right.
gonna go take a nap.
3 a.m. UTC.
That's right.
All right, everybody. Y'all have a great one.